right now. Just a second here.
It showed the message that it went live.
Did it? Okay. Judge Fleener, looks like we're good to go.
Mark, do we have enough for a quorum? I have Kevin here with me, and then Melissa's not going to be here.
Okay. Looks like we don't then, does it?
Yeah, Colton had messaged me as well, Judge, and said he wouldn't be able to make it.
Okay.
All right, and so we can still talk about stuff. Probably we can't take any action in, right? So what we could, we got the one we just have to on our actions where it's just to approve. We have some geotechnical invoice, right, Dan?
Yes, I'll send an executive committee request for that.
Okay. So we were just basically we're just go
Mark,
ahead.
Judge Vincent.
Say it again.
Judge Vincent.
He's not here, right?
No.
Yeah. Yes, we're really we can't take any actions.
Okay. All right.
What we can do, Dan, is just hold those minutes that you had before till the next meeting. I believe, but so basically, we got our additional funding. I assume as expected, but I'm working right now to get some dates together. Actually, I have some dates. We're trying to line up the CFSC meeting to get the project approved so we can get moving with this thing. I believe the 10th and 11th and the 12th are the days given to me on the Chief Justice availability. I'm working on the Director's Office availability right now. As soon as I have a firmed up date or whatever, I'll get that back out to everybody. But I just want to go ahead and give those 3 days right now so we can possibly put those on there. So, but basically, once we'll have the CFSC meeting. We've already got a cost estimate. RJ, we might have to have you update the plan of finance with whatever the financing rates are right now. Maybe you can possibly tell us what that's looking like today versus when we did it. We'll possibly get that updated and then get this meeting scheduled so we can get this project approved and moving forward.
Okay, I can update it whenever. If we got updated numbers on construction estimates, I'll update it according to that.
Okay. All right. Does anybody have any questions right now on anything?
What is the timeline we're kind of looking at before we start any type of construction, Mark?
Oh, that's $1 million question, Judge Later. So assuming we get approved on, CFSC, that'll basically approve the Phase A design. That's basically our concept and our floor plan and all that type stuff. So then Sherman Carter Barnhart would basically start working on refining all that. They'll basically probably going over with the elected officials some more on their courtrooms and their spaces and stuff like that, try to make sure all that's like it needs to be and whatnot. We'll probably have to get a schedule together from Jeff. He's probably got one, but I don't have it handy. That would kind of give us our duration for that. And then once that Phase B is approved, we do another cost estimate at that time. Just to try to make sure we're in budget. Of course, with going through RJ and plan of finance with whatever the rates are, we would then proceed to Phase C designs, which is basically where they're actually getting everything finalized in order for us to go out to bid with the project. We basically make sure we have the furniture laid out for the AOC furniture that they buy, security camera locations where we need electric door strikes and card readers and all that stuff. We get that worked out with the engineers and all that type stuff. That all gets finalized, and then they basically submit those plans to Alliance, and they'll do a final cost estimate, and we'll run one more plan of finance to make sure we're looking like we're in budget. And if that's all good, then we'll go out to bid. Let me see if I have a timeline from Jeff real quick while I got everybody on here. Hold on one second.
Mark, it's in the folder.
It is. Which one? The big
P2.
Okay.
I'm looking at the schedule, trying to figure out the dates.
Yeah, you got roughly how months per phase?
So he's got phase A approval at 11/21/23, and
what's phase B?
Phase C completed at 8/20/24, so that's 9 months.
Yeah. Yep. So basically, that's about 9 months for both phases. To give you an idea, that would be 9 months from the June dates.
Mark,
go ahead, Tim.
Did you see where the seismic rating in that geotechnical report was favorable?
I believe so, but it's been a while since I've looked at it.
I think they were designing around a D and it came back as a C.
Yeah.
There'll be some substantial savings from that fact in itself.
Okay. Tim, do you want to explain that? Why we got a few people on here in layman's terms? Probably from a building code standpoint, probably be maybe simplest, I guess.
Right. Basically, there's different seismic categories based on the region, and that area was really kind of on the line, whether it's a seismic zone C or a D. And D is much more extreme. There's a lot more footings have to be heavier. The whole structure has to be just more intense, as well as things on the finishes. Ceiling grid has to be supported differently. Pipes have to be supported differently. So since we came back as and we did request some special analysis on the site specific, which brought it back to a seismic zone C. So there'll be a lot of things that can be eliminated or just don't need to be incorporated into design. And that really, there's some substantial savings from that determination there.
Yeah, so when it's in D, they have to worry about it. Don't they have to worry, Tim, about stuff falling on people and whatnot? And there's different securing of items, like maybe it's like your light fixtures and stuff like that. Is that right?
Yeah, light fixtures, ceiling grid, just there's seismic bracing on piping. Again, there's a lot of things that you just don't see that are above ceiling and concealed in walls and stuff. So it just eliminates a lot of additional structural components, both to the physical building and the finishes. So again, there's just a lot of things there that's a big ruling in our favor that will save some cost.
Mark,
I'm not sure. Go ahead.
Sorry. I was just going to say that looking at the schedule, it looks like it's 11 months to go out to construction. So April, if we get approval in May, then we'll be going into construction in April of next year.
Yeah, we're looking for CFNC in June, right? So we'd be a month behind that.
Oh, is it June?
Yeah.
It could be. I'm sorry. Yep.
And just for everybody's knowledge, the reason why we're looking for is June is to make sure I give ample time to the elected officials, incorporate the meeting in their schedule, so that I make sure we have a quorum for the CFSC meeting, because it's 10 people on the committee. Just for everybody's knowledge. So.
So
That's
we're
all,
looking-
that's,
So we're looking at possibly a year before we ever start construction. Right?
say it again, Judge Fleener, you broke up on me.
We're looking at a year from right now before we start construction, basically.
Yes.
We're pretty good in J right now, so hopefully we'll be able to roll that along through it, mostly in the block hole stuff in J, right? Got a little bit of mark over there.
You need more detail on that, Judge Fleener?
I was wondering about the demolition of buildings and stuff down there. Is that going to work for a year before we start anything on it too?
On demolishing the buildings?
Yes.
Unless we wanted to do an early demolition for that stuff. Is that causing you any problems right now? Just asking the question. It's smoother for the architects to not do that, because then they have to basically do something twice versus getting all the cost estimate and just bidding it all out and doing it. Then I gotta have them break that stuff out early and work on all that, and then go through the contract process with the construction manager. There's some, if you're all not having problems, it's easier for us to wait, to be honest. Does that make sense, Jeff Fleener? But if it's an issue, then we'd have to address it. You know what I mean?
Well, we were just thinking, if we get it done down there, it will make that site look a lot better.
Yeah.
Every time we have a high wind right now, the roof is starting to open.
Okay. Let's talk to Jeff about it. I'll try to catch Jeff next week and see what he says. I know it's not very much. The work's not that big a deal. Let me work on that and see what we can come up with. Inside, am I correct on the stuff that was like the Southern States building, or the buildings there? It's just like a building, but it's like on a slab, right? Does that sound right? If you went inside the building,
Yes.
on the big building that's in the triangle?
Yes.
Okay. Plus we have the stuff where we had the car sales place. Okay. All right. Let me do some checking, Judge Fleener.
All right. Thank you, Mark.
No problem.
All right. Is there any other updates that needs to come before the board this morning?
Other than just as soon as we have a firm date, I'll get that out. We'll get that out to everybody, just on the Court Facility Standards Committee. So.
All right. We need to set a meeting for our next meeting, a date for the next meeting there.
Looking for our next meeting. That's showing the 21st of May. I'm right there, Dan.
That's what's on my calendar, yes.
Yeah, 21st of May, Judge Fleener, regular time.
Okay. Well, I believe there's any reason to adjourn the meeting. It's just an update here. So
Yeah.
Just let everyone have a good day. Thank you all for being here this morning. Greatly appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Y'all have a great day.